Hi guys, welcome to this video. I'm just eating my dinner. Some rice too. I want to talk about something. Well, so I look like your average skinny white guy. You know, I'm not trying to boast that I'm anything amazing, but I look like your average skinny looking white guy with a British accent. I'm not trying to show off or boast about anything. I'm not a tough guy. I could get knocked out. You know, I've been beaten up before and all kinds of shit in the past when I was younger. I'm now nearly 44 years old and I've been studying martial arts since I was 12 years old. I was bullied in school also. Oh yeah, when it's the bad. Yeah. But the things like I've had to defend myself in the past. I've had to try to spread a good message to people too, and I've done what I can to try and keep people safe as well. I'm just going to put that short there. I've done a lot of trying to make sure people are safe. Martial arts is an amazing way of life, and I've spent half my life in the UK, and we're approaching saying this now. I can't believe I'm saying this. I really can't believe I'm saying this, but I've nearly spent my second half of my life in China, right? Or as Trump would say, China, China. That guy should have done the voiceover for Street Fighter 2. China, China. Anyway, but so I grew up watching martial arts movies, kung fu films, etc. So I've studied karate, I've studied kickboxing. Excuse me. I've studied various forms of kung fu, and that's what I mostly focus on, and I've taught people as well, just humbly what I know. I've studied some weapons training. That's nice. Traditional kung fu weapons. Anyway, martial arts is great for self-defense, and it's a way of life. And it's about not having ego. You know, it's about being honest in oneself and finding the balance of yin and yang, right, which in Mandarin Chinese, which I do speak, even though I'm British, but I do speak Mandarin Chinese at home. My wife's Chinese, as I say. I spent half my life here, so yeah, literally almost. I came to China when I was 22, and I'm nearly 44 now, almost. But yeah, a few months to go. Excuse me, but anyway, yin and yang, okay, yin and yang is yin yang. And there's a philosophy of the Tao. Anyway, it's about the way of nature. And I started studying martial arts when I was 12, and so it's a long time now. What? How long? How long are we talking? Like 34 years or something crazy. I've been doing martial arts. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm not a black belt or an expert in any one style, or like, you know, master. You know, I'm not like an expert in anyone else's style. Put it that way, you know. But I've studied them, you know, from many different sources. I mean, the systems and styles that I've learned, I've studied myself too, and found what works for me in terms of just what my own limitations are. We all have limitations, no one's perfect. But what worked well for me in terms of health or self-defense or whatever, all of it. It's mind and body, it's a way of life, but it's not a damn hobby or something on the side. I grew up watching martial arts movies and kung fu movies, and obviously that's just entertainment, right? Choreography, and all that stuff, storytelling and action. I grew up watching anime, cartoons. Well, in my late teens I started to watch those. I've been playing computer games all my life, so anything that's revolving around martial arts. I just love, you know, Eastern culture in general, like Chinese, Japanese. Anyway, well, not anything, with certain things I like, you know. Especially the martial arts and ancient, you know, philosophy. That being one with nature, with the truth of the real way of living. Now, I've always been, you know, a very creative person. So, I'm inspired by anime and manga and cartoons, like action, martial arts, movies, and all kinds of genres of filmmaking in general. But I like to create my own short stories, you know, and make my own short films and do my own hand-drawn animation. It's what I love to do. It's one of my big passions. Creation. I'm a creative person. I'm not a destructive person. So I'm not someone who just wants to fight, you know. No. I don't want to hurt people or get my fucking ass handed to me just for a paycheck. I'm not like that. Someone who'd rather create, you know, tell a story, like film making, film storytelling. Now, this, looking at the beauty of life, these are the true, deeper meanings of martial arts. About being true and truthful to yourself, honest and real with all people. That's a true way of living, not in a shallow, empty way, you know. So, about being humble, about being strong, and not wasting yourself and your life force on the ways of destruction. About being positive. Now, I grew up watching martial art films, but I also grew up watching all kinds of movies, and one of the biggest things that has inspired me in the games world, in the video games, computer games world, is a game called Shenmue. Shenmue is so amazing, the story about the character. On the surface it just looks like you know, a game with a story, and it looks like, you know, okay, there's action, fighting in it, it's an RPG, okay, set in Japan, and you either catch it or you miss it. It's like one of those ones, and a lot of people missed it, but it was just incredible. And you know, it looks old now looking at it, but it's still incredible. And Shenmue, okay, I like number 1 and then number 2 second. I like the first one much more. The story on the surface is a story about revenge, you know. The guy's father gets killed by a baddie, the enemy, and he has to, or he wants to seek, he goes in search of his father's killer, murderer, because he wants revenge, you know. But on the way he meets different people in this realistic world, amazing stories within the story, little stories within the bigger story, and it's like he learns more about himself, and it's about learning about patience, you know, from actual physical martial arts training to interactions with people and looking about into life, and there's martial arts philosophical stories and messages that he learns, you know. Yeah. About not being hot-headed and rushing into stuff, you know. So a lot of people go into martial arts, even back in the day, but even now today too, with the wrong mindset. Certainly, if you learn martial arts to just keep fit, healthy, because you enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But if you if you learn martial arts because you want to defend yourself, nothing wrong with that at all. Those things are great. That's what it's about. But the thing is, if you go in with a violent mindset, you want to fight because you enjoy fighting and you want to be a tough guy, that's not what it's about. It's not at all. It's about to hurt people. It's about protecting life. I've always stood up for that. I've always shared that online videos through what I've shared and through my writings and stuff. Anyway, so the martial arts, martial arts is about improving life and maintaining life, right? Honesty. It's also about looking into yourself and finding where your strengths and weaknesses are. It's about having a better character. Now, a lot of people you see have an ego in this world. They walk around with an ego. And they may not be trying to physically fight people on the street, and go up to people and strike on the street and, every day in fights. But what you do see is you see people attacking in different ways. They've got an ego. They want to show off to people and try to intimidate people, and act like they're the badass, and they know everything. You find it in the workplace, you find it everywhere. It's a society, it's toxic, it is sick. It's horrible, bad, bullying, mean behaviour because they feel weak themselves. So they want to show off, and they feel that's the way to get by in the world. No, it isn't. It makes you weak and a coward. Anyway, let's talk about something. So recently, I've seen this new game. There's a new computer game coming out. We're currently in what? June. We're in June. It's June 29th here in this video. But if you're watching this and it's an old video, I hope you just still can take in what I'm saying, like the videos I do. It's June 29th, and this computer game, has not been released yet. It's saying it's slated for. It's going to be released in 2027. I believe 2027. We're currently in 2026. Now. This game called VIRTUA FIGHTER CROSSROAds. It's like an RPG or like an adventure 3D, story, like a 3D world adventure, full story, game, like interactive movie. It just looks like amazing, like a lot of games that have been, RPGs and stuff. And it's like martial arts and fighting in there, right? And they've come out with a new setting, like a new city. They've got new characters as well as some of the old ones. They've given like a main character. I'm not too keen on some of the characters I've seen on it, but the game looks absolutely incredible. It looks brilliant, Great fight choreography, good action scenes. But the main character, I'm not really a fan of the main character. Something about him is a bit flashy, show off. I don't know what he actually does as a style. I might be wrong. Some characters you just got to get used to them as you go along, and that's happened in a lot of games, like the Shenmue series, the Yakuza series, which I'm a massive fan of the Yakuza series. I've been playing most of the main original games from RGG Studio, all the remasters, Kiwamis and all the rest of it. Up until now, the most recent modern one I've played is just the first Like a Dragon. I've played Judgment as well. I love all these games, and in some of these games you have to get warm to certain characters, So there's certain characters you might think they look ugly and terrible, like even other games, like different games, like Cyberpunk and stuff like that. There's characters where you think, who the fuck is this character? But over time you might like certain characters more than other ones. Anyway, it's early days yet. I don't know anything about the characters in this VIRTUA FIGHTER CROSSROADS, but the main character looks a bit of a show-off, a flashy sort of guy, and it's like, unless he's supposed to learn something about being humble and learn stuff on the way, I don't know, because all I'm saying is it's kind of ugly if you see martial arts that you know, martial arts portrayed in a flashy way, like it's good to be a badass and show off and fight. But obviously, I might be wrong. I don't know anything about it. Maybe this character's a really, you know, good moral guy, and I don't know the story of the game, so I'm talking shit. It's early days, yeah. But all I'm going to say is, like, it looks okay. It looks really good and everything. But I'm just thinking, like they showed this thing here. We'll have to see how it goes. Like the bad guys are usually the ones that show off. They've got a weak personality, character in life, you know. And ego is weakness. That's why they show off and act badass. Whereas a good, normal, good-headed person would be a humble person. So like when you see like Shenmue, for example, Shenmue, what a great story. I mean, the main character is Ryo Hazuki, or Ryo Hazuki, and he's like, Ryo Hazuki, he just wants to get revenge for what happened to his father. But everybody knows this guy is a good guy. He knows people in the town, you know, he's a very humble, nice guy, you know. He's just in the world, his father was a martial artist. You can tell that his father was a real serious martial artist and taught the good, etiquette, taught the good meaning of the martial arts to his son. So it's not always just about fighting. It's about having a good way about you, a good personality, you know. That's what makes him stand apart, separate from, differentiates him from the bad guys who are constantly showing off, mouthing off and all this. So this is what it means. Now, a lot of people over the years have seen martial arts films, okay? Or like martial arts games, like this game coming out, VIRTUA FIGHTER CROSSROADS, and they've got like their viewpoints where they're excited anytime they see someone kicking ass in a stylish way, but they're not really into martial arts. And when I say that, it all goes back to the same thing, where a lot of people think that where we have like phony stuff, fake stuff, where people put a show on some fancy kung fu moves, or you know, it's all show and they're not really realistic. People feel it's not like MMA or some realistic practical fighting. They think it just doesn't work. It just looks like a fancy dance, and if you try that in real life, you'll get your ass beat. This is what people don't understand. And I see these tough-looking guys sitting like, "Whoa, man!" And they watch people that are watching the trailers of certain movies. It could be any, you know, like movie which has got some martial arts in the trailer, or they're reacting. You know, you see people on YouTube reacting to like games like this one, this VIRTUA FIGHTER CROSSROADS. And there's been a new like announcement, like announcement trailer I've just seen with the, I'm going to try to read the name, the Bakunawa Killer. Now this guy, whoever this character is, with a mask on, does some amazing, there's some really cool choreography in general. With that Pai-chan, the girl, that lady, but you've also got you know, this Bakunawa Killer guy, and there's some really good, basically kung fu, flowing kung fu moves. I recognise it because I've been watching kung fu stuff for years. I've been training kung fu for years, you know, so I know. So I know it, you know. But you see people sitting there like these tough guys, like, "Whoa, man, that shit was hard, man. That shit was hard, y'all." And you're looking at them like, I'm thinking like, again, only because it's choreography, they're watching it in a fictional way. They don't realise the power of kung fu, like traditional martial arts, in terms of actual practicality and self-defense. They got no idea what they're talking about. I know you may think I'm talking shit because it's only about games and movies and entertainment, right? And you could be the most skilled martial artist and still get your ass handed to you. But what I'm saying is these people would believe more in maybe like a boxing or an MMA. But when it comes to like kung fu and arts like that, it's always the same thing. They call it bullshido, and they put down anything, Aikido, whatever. They put down martial arts. They don't believe that it's practical and realistic in real life. This is where they know fucking nothing. It just feels a bit uncomfortable. Like, they're allowed to sit there and just enjoy it as a form of entertainment. No problem with that, but it just irritates me a bit, the fact that they wouldn't put themselves through discipline to learn, because martial arts is a whole way of life, and to put yourself through martial arts, it makes a person a better person. Life's not always all about fighting, but it makes you a better person. It teaches you a lot about the mind and body and bringing it together. And for me, I just love it. It's an amazing way. Training many martial arts, it really betters your life journey. And it's the people who know, the people that really train deep into martial arts, you know, they'll know what I'm talking about. Traditional martial arts, ancient martial arts of like China and Japan, ancient, you know, kind of arts. Wow. And it's like they're sitting there like, saying, whoa, that shit was hard, man. Whoa, you see that, bro? And I can't even do it. The modern talk, the way they talk. I'm thinking, who the fuck, like, you got no idea. Unless they really do and they just speak that way. But like, people who know Kung Fu, in martial art, when you know something and you're watching that, you know, you respect it. People who know. You know, like all these gangsters who think they know, all these tough guys. When you know, man, you know, real knows real and all this. No, Kung Fu knows fucking Kung Fu. When you see that, no. Other people just see, oh, it's flowing his arms. Oh, it's a pose. Show me a Kung Fu pose, a style. That's all they understand. A pose. They don't understand. It's not about posing. Each flow, each position is useful. But my teacher, one of my Kung Fu teachers said, it isn't what it feels like, it's what it feels like. He said, seeing is believing, but feeling is the truth. As in if it's good or useful or what. You don't do Kung Fu like, whoa, let me do this Kung Fu on you. Whoa. Like, no. Someone tried choking you fucking out to beat you down. You defend, boom, slam him to the ground. So, it's a literal, useful self-defense in terms of combat. But if you see some guy just training by himself, doing forms and stuff, you say, oh, it looks beautiful, it's flowing movement. But that guy's just dancing, man. He doesn't know anything about MMA, man. That's what people say. I've got no fucking idea. But they got the audacity to sit there and watch a trailer from like a game, like this Virtua Fighter Crossroads, and be like, oh shit, that shit was hard, man. Or some, I don't know, some Street Fighter move or something. One of the more modern games, you know, like good fight choreography and stuff, or a movie. That shit was hard, man. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was tight, man. But they got no fucking idea what it's about. All it is muscle going down the gym, man. Get my six pack, man. Fucking UFC, you know? No offense, but it's like it's deeper than ego. If you study the martial art, if you study, you'd know what the fuck it's about. I'm just sitting in this fucking chair eating my dinner. I'm not an expert. I'm just trying to say, right? I've trained my whole life in what I've learned, and any old lady could fucking tap me on the back or tap Mike Tyson on his shoulder, and you know, he might not be ready for that, and that could be someone stabbing someone in the back, you know. That could just, so anyone can come unstuck. It doesn't matter how tough you are. You've got to be aware, or you could be an expert. But you know, that's what I'm saying. Or you could be the other way around. Anyone, you know what I'm saying? So it's about awareness of your surroundings and aware of yourself. That's all I want to say. Like, so when I see, the first point is when I see games like Shenmue, and then Yakuza or whatever, or any games I'm playing. You know, I've got the new remake of Zelda Ocarina of Time coming out, which is an absolute classic as well. The remake of that coming out. But I'm just saying, whenever I see a story of a game, whether it's a fantasy type of story or a realistic story, like Shenmue, Yakuza, and seemingly this new Virtua Fighter Crossroads which is coming out. These series and these games and series is like, they show, like, I'm looking for the good characters, the meaningful stuff that used to be back in the 80s, 90s, say the 80s and the early 70s, the heroes, the humble people, the good moral people, moral stories about people that you could learn something to just basically defend yourself and keep yourself healthy. Martial arts, the true spirit of martial arts. Okay, put in there through some heroic story, action and flashy fight choreography. That's cool to watch, but we need the messages. And in this day and age, people are so used to it that they just think that it's all show. They've got no idea what martial arts is, like traditional kung fu and stuff. They think it's a show. You don't understand. I'm telling you here that there's more to martial arts than just fighting. There's more to martial arts than just show. When it comes to traditional martial arts, I'm talking as well, by the way. So when you see some of this choreography, I've got respect for people that have done, obviously, you know, motion capture. You get a lot of action in games and stuff where people are just making up moves, but a lot of these people are clearly experts in what they do. At least to some level, with different techniques. You can get a bunch of tough guys from the gym, or boxers, or MMA guys, and get them to do some choreography. Now they can exaggerate stuff, but then they can only work with what they know. That being said, I've seen traditional martial artists also do stuff where it doesn't feel hard hitting, it feels just more like a dance. Closer to like if you've got a pair of dancers and told them to make a fight choreography, you know, scene, choreographed fight scene, they probably wouldn't make it too good either. They've got the flexibility, it depends, you know. But like, if you know martial arts, like true martial arts, and then you're a fan of like movies and stuff, of like the old school real kung fu movies from the 70s and 80s and some of the 90s, then you know, old samurai movies as well, you know, Japan, Chinese, Hong Kong kung fu movies. When you know, you fucking know. Excuse my language, but because you know the philosophy, you understand the differences between various arts, you know the solidity of how useful techniques are. It's not all show, but as in a fighting art, not a showy dance, and let's try and make it look like a fight. Whoa, no. They understand the solidity of the techniques, but then obviously looking through the camera and working like some artistic way to make it look cool, but not like a dance. I've seen some fight scenes that look like dances and look a bit ridiculous, but people are like, whoa, shit, that shit was hard, man. But obviously in real life, we know it don't work, man. It's going to be MMA, because they've seen something like that. But then you show them the good stuff, and they can't tell the difference, because they've not actually trained it to know. Whereas I can see when something looks good and real. I was quite impressed by some of the moves I was looking at in choreography in this, from this, what's his name, the Bakunawa Killer moves. Pretty cool, yeah. Well, some kind of tiger art or something he was doing. Flowing. I'm just eating my dinner here, man. What the fuck? Yeah. Martial arts ain't a fucking joke. Martial arts ain't a fucking joke. If you study martial arts, like kung fu, traditional arts, karate, okay, taekwondo, aikido, hapkido, jiu-jitsu. So judo, not jiu-jitsu. So jiu-jitsu is alright, but you know, can't stand all this ground stuff all the time. But I'm not knocking it. Everything's good. They've all got benefits, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, whatever. Okay, but I'm just saying, real deal, so many Kung Fu arts out there. Wing Chun, Yung Chun, Wing Chun, Long Fist Wushu, you got Baji Tram, Bagua, Singi Trap, Bagua Jump, Drunken Fist, Sui Trap. Lots of different arts. The 5 animals, the animal art, the tiger, the monkey, the crane. Different styles of Tai Chi, right? Crazy. Yang family style, Chen family style, Yang Shi, Chen Shi. Different art, man. Lots and lots of different. Very interesting, very useful art. Mantis Fist, Tongue Long Trap. Mantis Fist. Very, very good. Very useful. I just said very useful. So I'm talking about monkey. If I say drunken Kung Fu, you're like, oh yeah, drunken, you mean like Jackie Chan, man? Yeah, how'd you do that, man? Show me how to do the drunken bit, man. Because they don't fucking understand. This is an art. It's not about being drunk. This is literally like how you differ with your body and legs. And when someone's coming to hit you, block with your wrist, that's still facing them. Boom, lock it. Where someone kind of choking him and lock his arm up. Bam, bam, back fist down. Elbow striking, boom. So when you do these techniques like in Tai Chi with the ball and stuff, that can strike, you can block, hit there, parry this strikes, putting his arm into a strike, throwing him back. You know, I could go here, boom, elbow strike, so solid in, boom, blocking out. People don't understand the use of it. The leopard, the tiger, they have no idea, ninjutsu. Oh, you mean like Naruto, man? No, not fucking like Naruto, man. Okay. Well done. I respect Naruto. I respect fucking Dragon Ball. I respect all the classics. They're cartoons. Okay, we know that they're cartoons, man. I'm not. What do you want to do? Hadouken next Street Fighter? I'm not saying that. Yeah. There's fictional stories, of course, Mortal Kombat and that. You know, the list goes on there. The list goes fucking on. Tekken games in general. Tekken, you've got games. You've got what's it? My favourite, Fist of the North Star. Fictional stuff, but it's based on real stuff. The fiction's for the fun of it. Like Naruto again is based on ninjutsu and sort of philosophies and stuff. But the thing I'm saying is the true ninjutsu, you know, and the true Aikido, you know, Aikido, based on, you know, the way of the sword, man. Oh Sensei created, you know, based on the way of the sword, the samurai, you know, without the sword, hand. It's practical stuff. All this bullshit about, like, can Van Damme really fight? Or yeah, Steven Seagal was this and that, and they put the guy down. They've got no understanding of traditional martial arts, what it really is about. No understanding at all. Real martial arts is real, and it's a shame. People that don't know, they just mouth off. So I've got respect for Steven Seagal. Obviously my favourites, like Jet Li's my favourite, Whooping my favourite. Jet Li, it's a shame he's not doing any new films at the moment. I don't know when he's going to do new films, or if he is or not. Jackie Chan's a legend, obviously. People love Bruce Lee. Donnie Yen, Cynthia Rothrock, all the legends, you know. Tony Jaa. All these legends, but the thing is, people do not understand. They do not know. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what if they like martial arts, it's because it looks like a fancy dance, or anything where they see someone on film getting beaten up in a fancy way, or they see it on the street, some fight, and they start filming with their phones. Don't get me wrong, I like to watch a lot of videos on X and on YouTube. I like to watch videos of street fights and like thugs and people fighting, just to study. I don't support violence, but I study, because if we had to defend ourselves, and if you're not the toughest guy, it reminds you about keeping fit and healthy. It reminds you to be ready and be alert, because anyone can come unstuck. And if you're in a dangerous situation, a knife fight or gun fight, that's really terrible. You want to avoid those situations, but if the police aren't there and you've got to defend yourself, what are you going to do if you can't escape, you know? It's the number one thing. But like the horrible thing is people just love to watch and witness, haha, and they're just filming violence. You shouldn't be obsessed with violence, but by all means, I'm telling you, traditional martial arts is not a fucking joke. You might get some jokers out there, but you get a good teacher and you get some good sources and you can learn and you can study it properly and find peace within yourself. It's better than just saying, I'm a peaceful person, to sit here and be peaceful in the philosophy and get my fucking ass kicked. I don't live like that, okay? I avoid trouble. And anyone could probably beat me up, but the thing is, like, you know, it's like I fucking train every day, my fitness. So I know I've got something, and because I trained for so many years, I have these reflexes, and I can do stuff, you know. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So, there's a spirit of martial arts, the true spirit of martial arts. Anyway, stay safe. I always say train hard and stay safe. Avoid all the problems. Avoid the maniacs out there. Avoid violence. Be a good, peaceful person. But be strong through the way of the martial arts in your own self. There's no competition. I like the look of the game, VIRTUA FIGHTER CROSSROADS. I don't like the look of the main character too much, in terms of his personality, but I may warm to the characters as I go along if I ever get it and learn about it. But I prefer Ryo Hazuki. But as I say, I've loved all of the Yakuza games, and I've not loved every character or every aspect of every character in those games even. I like Kiryu, you know, for certain things, but you know, sometimes you see like action and it's just action. But it's like you want meaningful stories too, messages to make people remember peace, about living in a better way. You know, there's no glory in life in just showing off, you know, being all about fighting, you know, in your whole life. It's not what it's about. It's going to be true. We'll see how this game turns out, but again, like I say, that martial arts demonstration what I saw from that Bakunawa Killer character looks very, very good. And a few of the techniques I saw from is it Pai-chan, the girl as well, doing the double blocks, for example, and then the kick up. People are like, oh shit, that shit was hard, man. Wake the fuck up, man. It was, but they're not trying to show off. We're not like, let me show you some kung fu and I kick you in. It's not like that. It's an art to it. It's about centering yourself. You're not at all bothered about who's got more money than you or who's fucking, what do you say about my mum? Beyond that, that's childish behaviour. Fighting in the world is childish. You learn inner peace to be one with your breathing. And to sleep well. Learn to exercise well and learn through different forms, like be it Tai Chi forms, be it hard tiger forms, whatever it is. You learn discipline from Kung Fu and martial arts. I'm an absolute ambassador. I don't know what word to use. I'm someone who promotes the Chinese martial arts, the traditional, from the ancient ways. You know, or Eastern martial arts in general, you know. So I'm just here to let people know. Well, fucking ignore what I say, whatever if you want, but enjoy entertainment and fiction like I do. I love movies and games. I'd rather just be watching movies, cartoons, games, and making my animation and playing games. I love the fictional world. I love because it teaches us that we should be more peaceful and calmer in our real world, in our real lives. But that stuff is also part of our lives. But it's better to, you know, be more sane, you know, and have some fun with some fictional stuff than go out into the world trying to fight with your fists or your damn mouth. You know how much I pay for these sneakers, man? Do I give a fuck? It's not my feet. Some people got no water out there. People walking around with gold chains around your neck. Yeah, what's up, guys? This cost me $1 billion. Is it going to go to the grave with you? Like, come on. There's a time when you've got to wake up and realise you're a human being. Things you attach yourself to, like what does it say about yourself? If nobody else existed in the world, you'd be alone, and what would you do? Would you kill yourself? Or would you see value in yourself? Because no matter who's surrounding you, you have to face yourself. Are you being fake because you're afraid that you won't be respected? That's like a prison for life, prison sentence that you put yourself in. I know I look like I'm ranting, but I'm promoting the truth of martial arts and goodness. I look for the truth in these wonderful teams and in these writers and people that create these amazing movies or games here and tell a good story. I like to see good stories or stories within stories, and they're sharing, although it seems like an escape, like a fictional bit of fun, good messages that can impact people, that can make people hopefully look into themselves and realise things, because they're putting a lot of quality in, visually, you know, in the storytelling and a lot of things. So, yeah, emotion but clarity, you know. So yeah, this Virtua Fighter Crossroads with the Bakunawa Killer looks like a badass character, right? But being a true badass, it means being a humble, good, healthy-minded, embodied human being. Thank you for watching. Take care.